We are making Turkish drop spindles again today. Hello, welcome in. So it says it's 75 degrees outside. It's a little over 80 in the shop today. Yeah, I've been hiding. It's been super hot. Today we're going to have a high of 32 degrees Celsius. But I did. It had a pretty big thunderstorm this morning. So the roof is still leaking. They haven't fixed it, so we're kind of dealing with that. But we have some bricks going, some briquettes. So I've been playing around with the ratios. So these are 50% cardboard, 50% sawdust. Oh, I know, those ghosts in the basement are killers. Back there was just basically, it had less paper in. So we're going to let these sit for a little bit, a couple days, and then I'm going to build a rack over here so we can spin them to dry them. So we'll just keep them pressed for now. So this is all from the storm. So this door that was all dented in and wouldn't open, I rehung, and we can go outside. I'm guessing it's probably going to be in the month, probably a month, 2 months. So it's going to take quite a while. So it's nice to have a door. Unfortunately, I don't have a key to this door because when I moved in, that door doesn't work. So I don't even think the landlord has a key, so I'll get a hold of him. I'll put a new lock set on there. Ford Fiesta? Come on. That's a Transit Connect. So that's our little van. Oh, I went up and the eaves troughs weren't working. So we had a lot of rain coming in from outside. So I cleaned the eaves troughs. Boy, I'm such a nice guy. I go way beyond what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, from the front it doesn't look like it's a van. So put a new bag on my extractor. And I had another pinhole in the shroud here. So I got a nice layer of hot glue over the hole in that. Got another one over here. Yeah. Absolutely. We'll go look at the bowls. So I'm just turning a bunch of little bowls right now just to get practice in. So I made this end grain bowl just for myself. And then I've been practicing with little bowls. So these are all black walnut. And they're durable. There's that one as well. So I do plan on making a few larger segmented ones. It's just time right now. Oh. And I bought this. Originally I had a little, yeah. I'm just going to use a coping saw. So I just bought a little small coping saw that actually fits scroll saw blades. So it came with spiral blades, but they were cutting like garbage. So yeah, this is to see if I need to get a fret saw or not. I mean, it'll work. So I went from that little 5-inch Rikon to the 8-inch Bauer. So it's a little bit bigger. You know, so it'll be cutting it out with the coping saw to get the curve in there. And then a lot of shaping with like the Fordham. I also got a little a little Dremel multi-tool. So yeah. So we should be able to bang that out pretty easy. So our back neighbors are gone. Now our front neighbors are moving out today. So, yeah. So it's just been so hot. I mean, it's gonna be in the 90s probably the rest of the week. So I've been trying to, get stuff done in the morning and in the afternoon take a siesta. So if you guys are new to the stream, my name is Scott. I'm a full-time fiber tool maker. I'm out of Wisconsin in the United States. This channel, we do some projects. But I'm more likely to live stream than I am making long format recordings because people don't watch them. So it's either going to be even ghostier. Yes. They were painting the back, the 2-bedroom in the back. They were painting, when I came in yesterday, I could smell the paint. So they're getting them ready. Yeah, it kind of sucks that the front neighbor's moving out. Yay! Happy July! How's Guide Rails doing today? Yeah, so as far as those sawdust briquettes go, I am soaking the cardboard for 24 hours. let that kind of break down and get all gooey. And then as far as the sawdust goes, I'm trying to get maybe 12 hours of that soaking. So I'll have, I'll do one batch a day and just keep rotating it and keep playing with it. I am a maker. I'm a maker. I'm a doer. No, then our neighbors on that side. Our upstairs was just a one-bedroom apartment. So there was a girl living up there, and she had 2 big dogs. So in the morning, you could tell when the dogs would wake up because you could hear their tail hitting on the floor. All excited to go take a walk. Yep, so I make a lot of spindles and some other fiber tools as well, but these are Turkish-style drop spindles. I think these are what I'm best known for. So these need to be sanded and balanced. These are the smallest ones I make. These are the minis. Been doing much with the 3D printing. You know, to be honest, not too much right now. I pretty much have enough stuff made. As far as the stores are full right now. I did 3D print a couple jigs for the grinder. Since I'm getting into bowl turning, I want to put a 40-40 grind on my bowl gouges. So I made a couple jigs for those. I always forget I can make stuff for myself. Oh, actually, I do need something. Let's go start. I need to make a blue raspberry glider, which is going to be a Turkish spindle as well. So it's going to take a minute to turn on, but that's the blue raspberry. It's dichromatic. So half of it is one color, half is the other color. So this is a blue raspberry. So when you print with it, you get that. So half is going to be raspberry, half of it is going to be blue. And it's kind of interesting when you spin it really fast, it kind of all blends together. See, I need to make a blue rasp glider. Alright, we'll go to print. So I made a little grinder angle finder. Don't need the time lapse, but we will do the bed leveling. That's in slot 4. Make sure the bed's somewhat clean. Don't judge me. A little bit of stick juice, aka Aquanet. I should get some more PI beds. These are getting old. Yeah, it gets, you know, all the information. You know, it's nice having a little picture of what you're doing. Yeah, those are X1 carbons. They've been discontinued, but yeah, they kind of made Bambu Labs what they are today. So these are the printers that have the LiDAR on them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having displays that just show words. That's all you really need. Yeah, the Bambu Labs are the only ones I have that have a monitor that has more than just letters and numbers on it. So, part of its self-calibration has LiDAR on it. So, it'll print lines, and then it'll use the LiDAR to go through and scan them and see which line is better, and then that's the flow rate that it goes with. Yeah, I'm really not up on what's going on in the printing industry these days. Yeah, Vicky's in the front room. She's not sure what she's doing. She's listing stuff. She put a couple pens up on one of the websites today. So we're patiently waiting. We're getting that resin impregnated wood today. So it's going to come anytime between now and 9 p.m. Slacking off probably, yeah. In the room with the air conditioner so she doesn't melt. I was this close to live streaming from the basement. So I've had my other phone. The last time my live stream was in the basement, and I haven't been down there in quite a while, and I unplug everything. So it is both. The humidity is the killer, but yeah, it's also very hot. So we just have that little portable air conditioner up there. We're just trying to maintain. It's like 80 degrees in the shop last time I checked, but it hasn't gone up any. So to put things in perspective, normally I prefer my house being about 70, 72 It's usually a good temperature. Yeah, so what's that in Celsius? Let's see. What is 70 degrees Celsius? No, dang it. What is 70 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
It's 21.
So it's like 21 degrees.
Celsius.
So, what is 80 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? So currently, last time I looked, the shop is 26.7 degrees Celsius. So we're not running any marathons today. It's polar freezing. Yeah, if you say so. You know, it's all perspective where you live. When it gets about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, people in the UK are complaining about how they're having a heat wave. Where it's like, really? It's like, okay, I'm not gonna wear a sweatshirt today, kind of weather. Oof, no, thank you. Speaking of humidity, I've got, I don't know, probably about 10 rolls of filament that are not bagged. I should probably get those bagged with desiccant today. Hey, Philip, how's it going? Yeah, and they'll start getting brittle once they start. Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive that 3D, like PLA, um, will take moisture out of the air, and you would think it would get soggy, but it doesn't. If it gets moisture, it gets brittle. I mean, I do have a dehumidifier that I work to dry up the filament, and then I have a single roll one that I use for TPU, so I can dry it while I'm using it. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got vacuum bags with desiccant that I do when it starts getting humid. Now it's starting to get humid, so it'd probably be a good idea to do that. So we've been, I bought a little Blu-ray player for the computer, and we've been watching a lot of movies lately. Um, I mean, we got streaming services, but Amazon wants to throw commercials in there. And so we go to the library and get movies from the library. I mean, they're nothing new, but I mean, it's free, and I have to, walk down the block. So it's been working out real nice. Yeah, it depends on what kind of printer you get. Like the printers I have with the AMS, they do create a lot of waste. So if you're going to do a multicolor print, you're going to want to pack as many on the bed as you can, because you're going to have the same amount of waste from switching colors with the single nozzle. So if you get into, there's a lot of new printers out there that have multiple heads with 4 different nozzles. That's the way to go if you do a lot of color printing. Then you don't get that waste. You just get a little purge, and away you go. Yep. Because you need to not only prime it, you have to purge out the other color. So you make a bunch of poop that comes out the back, and then you have a purge tower to make sure everything's out. If you're going from black to white, you need to purge quite a bit. So what I did was I have some silicone molds that look like skulls. So I'll take the waste filament and I will put them in the silicone mold and then put them into a little oven, a toaster oven, and then melt it. So I make these solid plastic skulls. I haven't made one in a while. I don't do a lot of multicolor printing. I do single color. Even though I have the ability to do multicolor, the AMS on the top, I just kind of used to store the filament. I mean, you could melt it into a small cookie sheet and have like a sheet of PLA or whatever filament you have. And even the ones that don't turn out have always sold for me. Like the ones that have like a void or something. to the right person, that's even cooler than one that looks good. I mean, it's like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was thinking if the front apartment was available, which it will be, if you could cut me a deal, that'd be nice, having an upstairs break room. And then I'm like, wait a minute, he refuses to even fix the leaky roof. Why would I want to spend more money with this guy? No, no. I get it. It's an old building. He doesn't care. I get it. But, I mean, at what point in time do I stop, cleaning everything up, drying everything out, and just let it all go to hell? Yeah, it's a horse apiece. I've been here over a year and a half, and I have not seen him since I moved in. Once a year, he'll have somebody come through and you know look it over real quick. But I get like city workers beating on the door. Hey, we need to check your gas lines, your water lines. We've been trying to get a hold of the landlord, but he's not answering us. It's to the point where they're going to start shutting stuff off. I'm like, yeah, just knock on the door. I'll let you guys in. I am not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can do and can't do as far as the legality of that stuff goes. I'm perfectly happy here. If he'd fix the frickin' roof, I'd be fine. I don't think I'm asking for too much, you know? Can the roof not leak? I mean, if I was in a residential environment, I think, yeah. We are making Turkish-style drop spindles that are used to spin yarn. We're cutting out the arms today. Yeah. You know, and I am texting him with every single thing that's wrong. Well, once, you know. That way, there's documented proof that, you know. My biggest fear is, you know, when I move out my security deposit, yeah, oh, well, this is wrong, this is wrong. Well, dude. Yep, it's all on him. I think I care more about this building than he does, which is sad. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's you know, maintenance needs to be done, but what are you gonna do? You know, but I was as long as I don't punch holes in the walls, I can do whatever I want to in here. That being said, you know, I'm not gonna invest the money to, you know, repaint anything, fix anything. It was for drainage, right? Well, you know, even today I went out and I cleaned off the eaves troughs again. Because they weren't working, and when the eaves trough stopped working, I get a lot of water in the back room because it's not big, you know, it's got to go somewhere. And then I look over on the side, there's a line of eaves troughs that aren't even pushed in. Wonder why we get water in the foundation. And what really sucks is Garvey offered to send me a mini split for free. But that would involve punching a hole in the wall. I'm not going to put a mini split in for him for when we move out. I would have to have an electrician come in here and run power. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting money into it. So we are cutting hard cherry. Well, we're cutting cherry. This stuff is hard, but yeah, it's just cherry. We do have some hard maple over here. Oh, we're doing cherry right now. So that's 5/8 of an inch, which is what, 19 mil? Yep, so I walked to work today. It's a little over a half mile. And then when Vicky woke up, she drove in. So. Cool, my wood's here. Ooh, we should go look at it. I did say hi to the geese. The babies are getting big. Yay! We're gonna look at the wood. We'll see what it's like. Just leave it there. I'm gonna grab a pickle Rick. No, I'm gonna grab a knife. Well, it should be heavy. It's resin impregnated.
Not very heavy, but it's heavy enough. There you go.
All right. All right. Well,
I'd hold it, or I'd do.
Well, no, because here.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Yep.
Just hold it there.
Sure.
I'll put a shirt on.
Right?
Nobody wants to see. All right.
Oh, yay.
So how much was this piece of wood?
200
and what?
250, I think. Maybe more than that. 260, I can't remember. It was under 300. I know that much.
For a piece of wood?
Yes.
Yeah.
For a piece of wood that is, what, 9 by an inch by 40?
Yeah.
So
10 by 41.
10 by 41. Wow. Beauty. And so, this, nice. That is the, uh-oh.
It's okay.
Yeah, hopefully it's just that little. But yep, so I figured, yeah, heavy, right?
It is heavy. Okay, so this is a finished edge.
It's really hard to.
Yeah, this is the laminated stuff. Say hi.
Hi. Okay, sorry.
It's not delaminating. It's just,
Yeah, it's
well, it's just this one
That one.
laminate isn't all the way through.
right. Yeah.
So
it
it's
might
just
be.
that little rough edge. The other edge looks very good. So.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's actually. What? Actually, yeah. Look. So.
Okay, no, it's fine. But what the hell happened there?
Right, see, look at that. Though.
Oh wow!
I wonder if it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look,
So some of it's not.
it's bent up there,
Yep.
and it's missing half the laminations there. So, the half an inch there is bad.
shot. Yep. And for the amount of money that we paid for it.
Yeah, for over $200.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. All right.
So yeah, cool.
So that's thick enough for a full-size black, right?
Yes, should be. It
Yeah.
better be. Because that's what we figured, right? Oh, no. Son of a...
Well, we're just gonna have to separate.
Shoot.
I was told it would work.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Uh-huh. I didn't measure because I was told it was gonna work.
That's what I figured.
All right, cool.
Probably grab a pattern and see.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, cool.
Well, I guess we'll do...
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it looks once we start machining it. It is pretty. Once we get it cut, it should be okay. If we have to throw away that little half inch, that's fine. Cool. Can you lock the front door, hon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be making supported spindles out of that as well, so the shaft material, so has she made any more turkey sausages lately? She has not. She bought some chicken. She's going to make some chicken sausage. Right? You just have to reach out and grab a goose. Yeah, the little Canada geese are, yeah, their coloration is the same as the parents now. You know, they start out as little yellowish puffballs. So, yeah, we also have, I think it's about 4. We got 4 bachelor ducks that hang out together. So it's like they have their own little bachelor party all the time. Got a lot of rabbits, a lot of wild rabbits running around too. You know, when I walk to work at, between 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, I kick up a lot of rabbits. I mean, there's just free food everywhere. I mean, hey, how's it going? We're just a bunch of ducks. Yeah, around here we primarily have mallards. Now, if it was a dodo bird, that'd probably be different. An ostrich. You're being overrun with wild white cockatoos. I've seen some issues with them. They do a lot of damage to cars, right? They're pulling the gaskets off the windows. I hear they do a lot of damage. Oh, hang on. Since you're like into 3D printing, and you're in Australia, I can't think of the channel name, but do you know Angus? Have you ever seen him? He's been he does sometimes he does puzzles for the cockatoos to see if they can figure out stuff. Can't think of his channel. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Yeah, it's Maker's Muse is the channel. It's got 1.7 million subscribers.
It's important where you take your Ford for service, but
You know, it's just like watching ads.
Are you interested in 3D printing but don't know where to start? Do you want your 3D prints to go from awful to awesome? Well, you're in the right place. And here on Maker's Muse, I've been teaching 3D printing for over 10 years, and now I'm relaunching my...
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. These wild cockatoos, their problem-solving skills. You know, if they want a treat, they'll figure out how to get it. You know, I got all excited when he's like, oh yeah, they've got 3D printers at Aldi, you know, way back in the day, not realizing that you guys have, your Aldi are actually the brother that has Trader Joe's in America. So our Aldi is the other brother. So they're two totally different companies. I didn't get a Net A8 for a good deal 10 years ago or whatever. Alright, yep, still cutting cherry. Oh yeah. And they've got memories on them. If you're mean to them, they will tell all their friends that you're mean, and they will tell their children that you're mean. So, be nice to the crows. Yeah, we got crows that freak out when I put the cats out. They're in a screen porch, so not too much of a danger there, guys. They will. They'll bring you shiny stuff if you give them food. And ironically, shiny stuff. I was surprised. A couple weeks ago, we had a fledgling chicken hawk just sitting in a puddle. Now the crows around us chase the hawks off like constantly, like the bigger the red tail hawks. But I don't know if they just didn't see the chicken hawk. But yeah, the crows get pretty pissed off at them. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. 09 Icky Pating Wazui. Got it? Alright. Awesome. It was a juvenile. It was just young. Didn't know what it was doing. Just, I was driving to work and there it is, just sitting in a puddle. Huh. Yeah. It was just little. Just has to figure stuff out. Yes, this is a Turkish drop spindle. I don't understand why TikTok and YouTube doesn't let you put text on the screen. That would just make life so much easier. They'll put in filters to make me look beautiful, but they won't, give me something that'd be functional. Yes, I could run everything through OBS and do a vertical video on there, but this is just easy with the cell phone. All right.
So I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I looked at for the glider or whatever. It's 1 1/4 inch is what we need because of this.
All right. I can resize them. And use
Oh, so
some
you do
thinner
smaller
ones.
or thinner ones? Okay. Otherwise, the next size up to accommodate us, it's on sale right now for $242. It's 25% off.
$242, 20% off plus shipping.
25%, yeah, for shipping, yep. So we paid $208 plus shipping for the other piece,
So
yeah.
$210, and they can't get all the laminates to be right.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I think we bought it on sale too, so.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah, so
let-
that's it. So we'll use this piece and see.
Yeah. What I plan on doing is, since we are obviously not going to have breakfast, because it's almost 11 o'clock, I'm going to work here probably for another hour. I'm going to take you out for lunch. We're going to go to Maya. We're going to enjoy the air conditioning. Then we'll come back and I'll start cutting that down and I'll start playing with it and seeing how it behaves.
Yeah, I think probably, making the gliders thinner. is
Yeah,
really
I'll just squish the gliders a little bit. We'll do a limited edition.
cool.
I don't know. We'll think of something clever to call them. Well, the minis will fit,
Yeah, they will.
but the medium and the full
medium
size
and the
won't.
full size won't.
So.
Yeah.
We'll have special
Son of a-
slim gliders or
Yeah, I can't believe I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
this is what happened when you trust women. That's probably for my benefit. She doesn't know. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. All right. La 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 la. Oh. So that piece of walnut that I brought in here had some beetles in it. So I really don't want an infestation of those. So basically I threw away a huge section of the front of the log and the back of the log. And from what I've seen, I haven't seen any other activity. So hopefully just squishing them was enough. But I got to keep my eyes open on that wood. I think I'm not going to be making bowls out of it. And then I'll just burn it in the winter time. Wait until everything freezes and then just, yeah. Yeah. These guys, powder post beetles. Yeah, they're next to termites. These do a lot of damage. So, I mean, they leave like 1/4 size holes. So holes about that big. I mean, all trees have bugs. These are not the bugs you want. So it's one of those things where, you know, I'm not going to bring my firewood inside. I'm just going to leave it outside until it's ready to burn, and then... Hey, I was thinking, since both apartments are empty upstairs, I guess it can work later now. Yeah. Yeah, when I was cutting it yesterday, 2 of them popped out. I'm like, come on. Welcome to my workshop. You are now dead. So, as a precaution, the smaller bowls that I have, the stuff like turned out of that black walnut, I'm going to throw in bags, and I'm going to throw in the freezer for a couple days, just to be on the safe side. That's true. Or get a used refrigerator, a little refrigerator, and put heat lamps in it. That's true. That would definitely speed things up. And, I'm making these, and I'm thinking, I can get a face cord of wood delivered to my house for, between $100 and $150. That would be like selling these 3 things, right? Rather than investing all the time to make these bricks. But I want to recycle my stuff. I want to use my sawdust, for heating. So, is it a profitable endeavor? No. But it'll make me feel better. Yeah, so I'm going to take Vicky out for lunch in probably about 45 minutes. We're going to go to a Mexican place that has very, very, very good Bloody Marys. Oh yeah, the food's good too. Don't get me wrong. They'll have a Slim Jim thrown in there, and olives and pickled mushrooms, and yeah, good stuff. Oh, I bet. And that press there, it's designed for paper, Yeah. It's like a meal with vodka. Can't really complain. Yeah, so the bricks, I'm still playing around. I've tried to watch as many YouTube videos as I could. And the first couple times I tried it didn't work out at all. They were just falling apart, so... So the cardboard that I put in there, what I'm doing right now is I'm sending it through a paper shredder first to make it into smaller chunks. Big sheets don't do any, you just can't rip it up into like pieces because it doesn't incorporate correctly. So by shredding it and then letting it soak for a day so it kind of breaks down, it seems to be working better. Right now I'm trying to do a 1-to-1 ratio, and that's working out pretty well. I do have a ton of cardboard to go through, so... So yeah, the briquette maker I have makes 4 bricks, and then the handles come down to squish it. I was thinking about getting a either a bottle jack or a scissors jack, and then just making a stand around it so that you can put the jack in there and put extra pressure on it. That's true. Yeah, most of the sawdust is either cherry, maple, or walnut. So cherry smells really nice. You know, I need to make some fire starters too, so I'm going to have to order some wax. Those work out well. You just take a little paper cup and put sawdust and a little bit of paraffin wax in there. And the little Dixie cups, they burn for like 15 minutes to a half hour. So you throw them in there, light them up, and away you go. Hey John, how's it going? Welcome in. So we are working on wholesale orders again today. We've got 3 little wholesales in the wild. And then I do have some of this stuff. I believe this is... I believe it's Bolivian rosewood. I could be wrong. Yep, so we're hanging out in the scroll saw. Let's see. I have to go. Not African. I'm in America. Oh, yeah, duh. Hang on a second. No, it's not African. Hey, honey. What's that rosewood we have? Is it Bolivian?
Yeah, Bolivian.
It's Bolivian. Okay, it's Bolivian rosewood. Yep. Yep, not African. Man, I need to read and comprehend before I comment. And then we do have, this is Catalox, Mexican ebony. We haven't played with that. Got a little bit of Osage orange, which I haven't seen in quite a while. The mill finally got it in. Yeah, then we got the Bolivian here. And then the white Wenge or Yaya. I think all our Purple Heart's on the table. I think we're out of Purple Heart. We're going to have to run to the mill. You know, it's sad. We have mahogany left, but we're out of cherry. So I need to get some cherry. But So we're currently drying out the floor here. Oh yeah. We just bought some domestic woods, but apparently we just sold a ton of cherry. The last time I went to the mill, I don't think we got much. As far as exotics go, we got some canary wood, and I think that's about it. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Oh, how about I mark this one before I cut it? Yeah, we're going back to the mill. We were supposed to go today, but it didn't happen. So hopefully midweek we'll go. Well, this is midweek, so maybe Friday. We're going to switch this blade out. We've been using the same blade for the last hour and a half. Like I said, I was using it before I start streaming too, so who knows how long this blade's been on here. Yeah, I really need to spark up the CNC machine too, but I keep putting that off. Do I get Australian timber over here? Not too much. Sometimes we'll get the Australian pine that pretty much did not work out so well for you guys. We'll get that. Or is it New Zealand pine? I think it might be from New Zealand. But yeah, we don't see very much. At least I don't. Most of the exotic woods that we get here are either from Central America, South America, or Africa is where most of that stuff is. Pine is crap. It's good for what it's good for. You know, I'll get pine for construction material, and that's about it. I used to make toys out of the New Zealand pine. So I'm close. I'm only, an island away. Yeah, that's the deal with you think ebony is from Africa? Yeah, a lot of ebonies are from Africa. So is like Paduke, which is kind of orange color. And as far as you love the bird's eye and quilted maple, but it has to be a nice high quality grain. Yeah, especially I make little things. So if you have a board that has like a few bird's eyes here and there, if I make something little, you're not going to see that. So I have to really pay attention when I buy that stuff. But everything is packed in pretty densely. Leopard wood. Actually, I think zebra wood's from Africa. And then, yeah, there's a bunch. I'm gonna sound like Forrest Gump here. Yeah, African blackwood, yeah. And my availability of exotic woods has everything to do with the mill I go to. So it's kind of like the used car market. When you buy a used car, more than likely it's not a trade-in at the dealership. They buy it at auction. So they have big auctions where they sell exotic woods. So it's kind of dependent on where the auction is and who's running it. Hey, George. Yes, this is my profession. This is what I do for a living. As glamorous as it is. Right, honey? It's pretty glamorous making spindles, isn't it? It is. So, I think he's taking pictures. Yeah, we got to get hopping pretty quick. Those 3 shows are sneaking up on us. Okay. Okay.
So that way they know standard, it's made it. You know what I mean?
Right. Did you put the 5.5 inch up there?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Because it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't work on anything we have.
Yeah, it's not part of our thing. So.
Right.
We're gonna make things a little bit easier. Let's get through this for people. Should I do pictures? I should do pictures.
I don't know. That's up to you. Hey, can you check on the 3D printer? Did the glider turn on? I turned it on and didn't look. All right, cool. Does the bottom look okay? Yeah, time does fly. Well, it's got good bed adhesion, probably from all the glue I put on there. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. So, there's the blue raspberry. So it's kind of half and half there. Raspberry on top, blue on the bottom, more blue on this side, more raspberry on this side. That's pretty sweet. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah. So we're still 3D printing. You know, I'm getting away from any toys. I'm doing primarily functional prints now. Primarily stuff that I designed. I do look most of the time, but when I'm live streaming, sometimes I don't. Well, it was also the first thing I printed when I turned it on, so it had to do all the calibrations and get everything right. When I first started up, I'll level the bed, and I'll let it do the tests for the flow rate. On the first print, and then after that, I just let her go. Oh, did I tell you we're going out for lunch?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, good. Good. I'm sorry. Yeah. So 20 minutes, we're going to go get food. It's me. It's me who's excited. And I'm not even... Normally I get fajita del mar. So... So there's mussels and octopus and oysters and shrimp and peppers. So, yeah, so you take fiber. So this is roving, this is sheep wool. And here's the spindle. I'm just going to put a couple hairs on there. This is a mini, and it's not sanded, so it's going to catch. So when they're done, they're all smooth and sanded and have a finish on them. All right, come up to the top. So we spin the spindle, which puts twist into the fiber. So with my hands, I am drafting. So I'm defining the thickness of the yarn. Hello, welcome in. And then you store your spun yarn on the spindle. Obviously, it's not sanded, so it's catching, but... Huh. So this is what came before spinning wheels in the Industrial Revolution. Clothing used to be expensive. It was very labor intensive. And that's one of the reasons why you wear undergarments, is to protect your outer garments. So this is a nice thing about the scroll saw, is you can make internal cuts with it. Ooh. That is not good. I'm calling that bad. Yep, this is my 13th year doing this full time. Hey Truman, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, can be expensive. So basically, we're just making a mortise. Nope, this blade is flat. They do make twisted blades, spiral blades. So this is a spiral blade, so you can see how it is twisted. So they put teeth on it and they twist together so you can cut in all directions, but it leaves a pretty nasty finish. So what I'm using is this blade here, which is a double skip tooth. So you can see there's two teeth, then there's a gap, two teeth, and then a gap. So that gap is called a gullet. And what that does is it gives room for the sawdust to go. So the blade's constantly going up and down. So when it comes up, it allows the sawdust to leave. Now it's also a reverse tooth blade. So right here is the division. So these teeth are facing up, the rest of the teeth are facing down. So they have the reverse teeth to prevent tear out on the bottom. Because if they were down all the way, it would leave a little bit of tear out. So. Oh, this one's bad too. Look at that. Yeah. That's okay. Those came... Vicky had a little piece of wood set out that I haven't seen, so... Thinking it might have been rejected for a reason previously. How much did this machine run you? So this is a 21-inch Pegas. It was just around $1,000. I do have less expensive scroll saws. Sorry. I've got like a $500 one in the basement, and right now I have a Bauer that works perfectly fine, and I love it, but I don't really have room to have it set up. So that one's like $280. So this machine is made for production. It's got better bearings in it. I would recommend the Bauer. It's from Harbor Freight. I don't know where you are in the world, but yeah, it's a decent saw. You know, it's not made to be run 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day, you know, all the time. But yeah, I have no qualms. I've had it for over a year, and it's been working out. Back when I was running like DeWalt and Delta saws, I'd get between 1 and 3 years out of them, just because I use it. Yeah, it's a hobby saw. Yeah, because I use it so much. So yeah. This one is like twice as expensive, but I bought this saw in 2022, so it's on its 4th year right now. Actually, I bought it April of 2022. So yeah, it's already got 4 years on it. But yeah, this is a 21-inch saw. The Harbor Freight one is 22, so it's bigger. You could cut an inch bigger on it. That's the distance between the blade and the back of the saw. don't know. It seems like one of the reasons why I like the Bauer saw so much is, you know, the cost of saws have gone up so much, and the quality hasn't gone up with them. You know, so it's a budget-friendly saw that's decent. You know, if you watch woodworking videos on TikTok, you know, Garvey is trying to sell their $100 scroll saw, which is fine. That is very much a hobbyist saw, but it's a saw that you're going to outgrow. You're going to get frustrated with right away because it takes pin end blades, and then you have to use an adapter. This is a plain end blade, right? So I put it in, close it, and I'm ready to go. So pinned end blades are just that. They have pins on the top and the bottom, and they hook in, and then you tension it to hold the blade on rather than squeezing it. Well, the issue is, in order to use this for a center hole, you'd have to drill a hole large enough to accommodate that pin. So if you decide you want to use a plain end blade on that saw, you have to clamp it into an adapter and then hook it on, and that takes a lot of time. So these blades are also a lot bigger. They're a lot wider because they need room to put that pin in there. So does this work? Sure. Is it going to leave you as nice as a finish? Oh no. No, this is more of you know, of a bandsaw kind of blade. Look at that thing. So let's do a comparison. So this is my smallest blade. So yeah, you're gonna have different results with those. Yeah, your finish is just gonna look like it's been chewed up. You know, if you can only afford a $100 saw, it's better than not having a saw. But the issue is, I've just seen so many people who got into it, who liked it, that had to run out and, you know, get a better saw because they got something that wasn't quite what they thought it would be. I mean, I started out with a pinned end only saw, pin blade. And you may do, you know, you figured out ways around things. You could knock the pin out and then put a small nail in there in order to not drill such a big hole, but yeah, it's useful for delicate work, and it's not big enough to, you know, do construction type work with it. So it's kind of stuck in the middle where, I don't know. Have I seen the 24 karat gold RAs? These Harvard Trade Cells. Yeah. They're sockets. They're socket set. Yeah, is that the Icon brand? Yeah, they're goofy. So this is a weird claim to fame. So if you go on Harbor Freight's website, you can oh, did they take it down? Okay. Yeah, so if you go to their website and go into the customer videos, look, there I am.
Hi, my name is Scott.
Back when I had a goatee.
Workshop. Today we're going to
So,
be doing
there
a
you go.
7.5 month review of the Bauer.
So, there you go. So, yeah, I just did a review. They didn't pay me for that. Well, they're just gold plated. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a flex. I don't know. They won't rust. No. So, as far as the power tool goes, Harbor Freight has really stepped up their game in the last 5 years. Their power tools are much better now. You know, for a long time, Harbor Freight's when you were first starting out, you didn't have any cash, and you needed to do a project or two, and you just needed it for that specific reason. But yeah, it's gotten a lot better. It's a flex. It's a weird flex. I don't know. I spent $100 on a pack of Allens in the early 2000s. They were nice. Have I bought a $100 set of PB Allen since then? Hell no. Did somebody break into my toolbox and steal them? Yes. This is why you don't tell people that you put your 2 weeks notice in. Otherwise, people on other ships will know that you're leaving and do things like break into your toolbox and steal your Allens. Have I seen the Predator engines that they're selling? I have not. I've seen them. I've never used them. People are using them for like go-karts, right? I know they sell lawnmower engines too. But... Well, I wouldn't bother. I got like a couple minutes left. And I'm gonna run and get lunch. I'm in Wisconsin, so I need alcohol. Just kidding. Just trying to save you a little time. Hey, look, you're on the big... Oh, he's gone. Man. You did get a bunch of stuff cut out already. That's good. So we are in the midst of a really big heat wave, at least for here. We got warnings about the heat. It's 98 here in Illinois. Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin, so yeah. We're at 90 right now. I do have a little air conditioner in the front room. That's not going to do anything. It's going to maintain. It was 80 degrees when I got here this morning at like 6:30. The back rooms are not heated or insulated. They're very hot. Up front here, we'll see what the temperature is. Like I said, this morning was 80. Yeah. And now we're at 81. So that's not so bad. I'm sure the back rooms are warmer. Yeah. So this is one of those buildings that are, you know, there's another building attached there, and then there's only like maybe a foot between the next building. So we have windows in the front and a door in the back. So, all right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. But it is lunchtime, so I'm gonna bid you adieu. And I don't know how that happened, but all right. Have a good day, and we'll catch you again next time. Oh wow, that is trippy.